Welcome back to High Wheel Woodworks. I'm Tim Eggers. I want to share with you today a project that I'm working on. It's a bookcase per se with a whole lot of dados in it. It's going to be stacked up. They're going to put glasses on it in a bar and what have you. But point is, a whole lot of dados go in here. Ultimately, there's 27 different dados in this. Got them all cut on the table saw with a really good dado stack setup. I always like to take the Stanley 71 afterwards and clean the bottoms out just to make sure that they're all perfectly flat. There's no oddball ridges sticking up or anything like this. The Stanley 1 is great for that. It's a router plane, got a single chisel here in the bottom of it. Handles on the side. You set the chisel down to the depth of the dado that you want and simply run it back through there to clean out the bottom of that dado. And this one happens to be in need of a lot of removal. Wow, that one when it went through the table saw must not have been set up very well. Let's go over to this one. A lot shallower cut, goes in there and cleans that bottom. And once I've set my depth and I do all of my dados with that depth, they're all going to be exactly the same. You know, obviously in this one, there was a whole lot of volume still left in there. So maybe when I ran it through the table saw, it lifted off the table saw or something like this. But we'll go ahead and get it cleaned out. I want them all to be exactly the same so that when I assemble the shelves into here, I want the whole piece to be perfectly square. Everything to be nice and flat, and you can see I've got it clamped down to my bench so it doesn't go very far on me. I can go ahead and clean this all out real well. Come in from the end, clean that one up a little bit. I want to get it all nice and clean, and this is a perfect tool for doing this with. Everything is cleaned out real well. Turn it down. We'll come back this way to get the very end of it, just to make sure it's all perfectly flush. We're in here like this. Now, I've got a perfectly flat dado that is uniform in depth all the way across my piece. By the time I do all these, 27 shelves are going to go into this. They'll be perfect flat. It'll be a perfect nice fit when I glue it all together, clamp it all together. They're being perfectly flat in the bottom here. The ends of my shelves perfectly square. It's going to make the product square up real well. It's going to look real nice. So if you're doing a lot of dado work, bookshelves, what have you, grab a Stanley 71. They're an old router plane. Put a cutter in there. Slide it across there. One of the tricks is if it gets a little sticky, run a little crayon on the bottom, wax it up, make it slide a little bit. That's what a 71 will do in terms of cleaning up the bottom of the dado stack that you've cut with to make your dados for your shelves. So go ahead and comment on that if you would. And as always, subscribe if you can. We greatly appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by.